Hey guys, so excited. I have a haul today of some really cool stuff that I picked up at Blick and some other places. So let me set this aside because it's a pretty huge box. And you see I have a little package here from Amazon, and then this was also from Amazon. I already opened it, and this is a UV archival spray from Krylon, and I've heard that the matte version should be pretty good for oil pastels. I've been doing more work with oil pastels lately, so I wanted to give that a try. It was $12, $11.99 on Amazon, and that's way cheaper than the Sennelier oil pastel spray and some of the other options that I've seen. So I'm going to give this a go and let you guys know what I think if you're interested. Then I got this beautiful cobalt teal paint from Liquitex from Michaels, and I picked it up because it's a single pigment color. It's the PG50, so it's the genuine cobalt teal, and I had a 50% off coupon at Michaels, so pretty. I'm sorry about all the paint on my hands. Like I said, I've been doing more oil pastels and it's quite messy. Ta-da! Okay, so it's another sketchbook. Yay! It's another art creation sketchbook. This one is a really pretty lilac sort of color, and it's the small square one again, 4.7 by 4.7. I really miss having my other one that I finished, so I decided to get another one. And this one was also up for $6 something on Amazon, so I thought that was a pretty good deal and a really pretty color. All right, so let's get into the Blick. And it's been a while since I've done some shopping, so I'm excited to open this up. Phone. Ooh, okay. I am going to set it aside and we'll just pull things out without even looking. So first up, I have this gold. Brand is Montana Gold. Series is gold. I wonder what the color, oh, the color is this color, Bone. I thought it would be a nice neutral color to sort of spray over like some kind of stencil or something else, you know, something along those lines. Surprised it doesn't have a cap. I wonder if it fell off. Okay, next up we have this 8x10 printmaking paper, and I got this for my jelly plate. I have an 8x10 plate, and then I have like a 5x7 plate, which would actually work pretty well if I cut it in half. Then it would be 5x8. So it'd be actually perfect for the smaller jelly plate. So I'm curious what this paper is like. Kind of feels like a slightly thicker drawing paper. It says it's lightweight, so I don't know. It's specifically for printmaking, so hopefully it works really well for the jelly plate. Yeah, it wasn't too expensive, so I thought I'd give it a go. I got the golden airbrush medium, and it thins acrylic colors for spraying, but I thought it might work well for the acrylic markers I had made to make them a little bit more liquidy. Also maybe for, that's why I got this tip, so I can pour it easily into the acrylic markers, and maybe just for thinning down my acrylic paints that are like more heavy body. And then, ta-da, I decided to get the pigment sticks, R&F pigment sticks, and this is like a trial set. So I think these are smaller than the usual kind, but they seem kind of big. Let me see. And I picked this set because it was the cheapest. The set was $15, so it was $5 per stick. And these are oil paints. Now they have some kind of layer on them, so I think you have to like peel them off and then you can use them. But I thought I could do the painting and acrylics and then add some of my water soluble oils on top, and then add this a little bit on top just for mark making and things like that. So this came with sienna yellow, Mars red, and ivory black. So just for some accents at the very kind of last stage of the painting. And then this was the other stuff in the box. I guess the box was kind of bigger because they had to fit this paper pad in there. Open this up and see what we got. Ooh, I got a whole like container just for this. I decided to try the Daniel Smith watercolor sticks, and I got the lavender because I figured I don't really want to use it as a watercolor, or I mean, it would be used as a watercolor with my other watercolors, but I don't want to use it like to paint from it. I want to use it to make marks, and I thought the lavender would be nice to like make cloud type marks. So again, this is more for like canvas painting, and this is for my watercolor painting to make kind of marks with it and stuff. And I don't even remember what else I got, so I have no idea what this is. Oh, yes, of course. I decided to try the Danielle Smith gouache. I've never tried it before, and I went with the Buff Titanium because that's a great color. So I'm going to do a little bit of swatching right now. Yeah, I'm surprised this didn't come with a cap. Is that weird? If you guys have ever had this before, let me know if it came with a cap for you, but I guess it doesn't really. We can try to swatching some of this stuff. Let's do a little bit of swatching, just really quick. This is my Strathmore mixed media book, and it's really good for watercolors and all media. So we're gonna try that. A little bit of this color. Oh, that is so pretty. Wow. That is gorgeous. And you know what? I actually want to try that, and let's try this thing. I think it's supposed to function pretty much the same as water, but it has the acrylic binder in it, so it doesn't dilute the binder portion of the paint, so the paint still adheres just as well, but becomes more liquidy, because you're not supposed to dilute acrylic paint with too much water. Okay, so it's got like a white tinge initially. It becomes really nice and smooth. It kind of goes a long way. It really does like help it kind of flow. It's really nice. Okay, let's try the watercolor stick. So my thought was, let's say I have a wet background, right? And let's say that background is either not colored or colored. And let's add some more water. Here it is dry. Like that. Or I can dip it into the water. Dipping it in the water. I'm not sure that made that much difference. And let me try it on dry. It's almost got like a pencil, like a dry pencil sort of like feel to it. It's really interesting. But I really like the kind of wet, like when the background's wet, it looks really nice. Or it would be good for like some marks. So I just wanted to get one color at first to try it, because I didn't want to like invest too much money in something in case, you know, I decided I wasn't into it. Let me see how easy it is to pick up the color from it. Oh, that dilutes really easily. So it's basically, if you were to take like watercolor paint, and then instead of drying it in a pan, you dry it in a little cone shape or tube shape, and then that's what you get. And the other thing I really wanted to try was this Buff Titanium gouache. It's starting to get a little dark. I was really waiting for this one package to arrive, but I think I'm gonna have to post the video without it. I'll just make it available the very following day. Oh, the paint is like really popping out, so I'm not too happy about that. I don't want to waste it. Oh, that's really nice. It's like the watercolor that I have. I also have the Buff Titanium watercolor, but it's more opaque. And that watercolor is already opaque, but this is even more opaque. So that's cool. So let me set that aside. I don't know, do I want to try these pigment sticks? Because I think in order to try them, you have to take off like the dry layer, and then it dries over again. So then you're basically wasting pigment, but I want to at least try it a little bit. Am I supposed to peel it from the top or the bottom? Oh, it was already kind of usable. Oh, as you use it, it gets more creamy. And unlike oil pastels, this is oil paint, so even though it kind of feels like an oil pastel, it will dry. So that's the good thing about it. Oh, this is like the layer that was now making a mess. That's a really pretty neutral color. I'm happy with that one. Again, not sure if I'm supposed to be peeling it from the top or the bottom or what's going on. And I don't want to peel too much of it away because I'm not in the middle of a painting right now. Oops. That's really pretty and very rich and deep. That's the one thing I like about oils, is they're always very saturated. You really get like a lot of color. See? So if you wanted to make like gestural marks, could go like that. And really, since I'm using oils here, I should have primed the paper with some, should have primed the paper with some gesso, but I mean, the other side is just swatching as well, so it doesn't matter. And then I wanted to try this out for you guys, but there's like a long thing of instructions about removing remove the nozzle, to remove the safety cap, and it's like a whole thing to get it going. So if you want a review of this down the road, and maybe after I've used it on a few paintings, I'll show you guys how I've used it and what I think about it. But it feels nice and heavy. It's 400 milliliters. Blick had the best price for this that I found, so I got it from Blick. So that's that for the swatching portion. And that's it. This is just my little haul. Let me know what you guys think. And if you want to see more in-depth reviews of anything, thanks. Bye.